guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl AP and I'm back with another video. Yes, this is my first ever movie review and I'm so hyped and excited about this one because you guys, the movie was absolutely insane. Like, that's what I want to call it. So I went over the weekend and watched the movie Animal. One word again, if I have to say about this movie, is that it was absolutely crazy. And it's called Animal for a reason because it was insane. Like, it was actually insane. So the movie kind of starts out like I watched the trailer first, and it looks like from the trailer that the movie's about like a toxic father-son relationship, and how they showed us in the trailer that he's obsessed and like in love, well, not in that type of love, but you know what I mean, like in love with his father. And for him, his dad is his superhero. And by the end, his dad got shot, and he is going like, is it him who shot his dad? Like, what's going on? But it's literally none of that. Like, none of that. The movie, I feel like I will consider it like a very violent slash action movie, but at the same time, I want to call it a very like, it plays with your mind. Like, it literally plays with your mind. The movie kind of starts out, it shows the root cause of the whole issue, like why Ranbir Kapoor, his name is Ranvijay in the movie, why he's like so aggressive and violent, and takes us back to the past, his childhood, how he kind of grew up. He loved his dad, wanted his dad around, and like just wanted to spend time with him, but his dad was just like too busy making money or whatever, which I get. Like, he's obviously doing that for his family, but he's not present and like help spending time with his family. So his like son becomes like aggressive. He's just like, oh my, like obsessed with his dad. Then we see another scene where his like sister, she's in college or whatever, and his sister comes up to him and tells him that like these boys tried to like, they were like eve teasing or whatever, like did something to her. And this guy literally goes in the college and fires guns and stuff like that, and then finds the guy and like tries to, literally basically tries to kill them. So like we see that part of him, like how aggressive he was. From there on, where his dad like slapped him, beat the shit out of him, and then his dad was like, hey, you're done, you're going to boarding school, and he was sent away. So instead of actually addressing the root cause of the situation, like his dad should have or his parents should have, they just like sent him away, which again like made him more aggressive and violent. Then fast forward, we see when he kind of comes back from America and he's still aggressive. He doesn't care, and he hates his brother-in-law. And I'm just like thinking, I'm like, okay, like I get that, but it's just too much. Then all of a sudden we just see that he's like married to this girl, his like friend's sister. We see all of that, and then all of a sudden we see him coming out like a few years later with like bunch of these guys, and I'm just like, okay, what's going on? Like, is he the business owner now? Because first he said he does not want the business. Like, what's going on? And then you just see like the entry was crazy though. I'm not gonna lie, the entry was crazy when his like long hair coming out with all these like guys or whatever. And then we see that he kills his brother-in-law. So I'm thinking, okay, this guy is a psycho because he fought his brother-in-law at the like dad's 60th birthday or whatever, and now he's just killing him just because he doesn't like him. So like the whole time, the all the viewers are just like, okay, WTF, like what's going on? What's going on kind of thing, right? And then fast forward, they show us, okay, this is what happened. So they take us back in the past to show his dad actually got shot, which is huge. It's like, okay, his brother-in-law is like the main boss or whatever. He comes back from the US and he's not allowed to see his dad. And then that's where his like whole aggression and violence take another turn. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna kill the person who tried to kill my dad. Then we see the whole like the movie kind of like progresses into that. And he actually becomes an animal. And then it kind of like the story kind of connects. So his brother-in-law was the one who facilitated his dad's like shooting or whatever. So he killed him, and I'm just like, this is psycho. Like the way he even killed him, and I'm just like, this is too violent, like too violent. And then fast forward, we go on that he's trying to like, we have seen machine guns and stuff like that. I get it, but in the movie they show us a special gun, not even a gun, it's like, how do I explain it, it's like not a car, but it's like a tank, but it's like a in the shape or form of a machine gun, and he kills hundreds and hundreds of people. Like literally, guys, the whole time when he was like firing shots, I was like this in the theater. I was sitting like I was like, this is too loud. I cannot watch this. It was absolutely crazy the way he was like killing people, and then the song came on, the song came on when he was like trying to kill all these like 200 people with an axe. Arjun Belli, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that was like the best part. I was like, damn, this song, like this is the first time in Bollywood that they actually used like real Punjabi song. They didn't like modify it or anything, they didn't like add their own touch or whatever. That was crazy. Like that song was absolutely insane. I still love it. Like I just want to listen to that song, and even like the way it was sung by all his like, which we found out later that his cousins were his bodyguards and they sang the song. That was a very, very good moment. Like I really liked that part. But then we find out the real killer. Well, he wasn't the real killer, but like the guy who was helping his brother-in-law who tried to kill him. And then we see another like climax, if you want to call it, and he kills him and finds out, okay, there's another person who's trying to kill me or my dad. Fast forward, that happens, whatever. Insane. Then the old entry, his comeback. Everyone was waiting for that, literally, like including me. The second it came on, I'm like, oh my God. The way it kind of, and then obviously after like the whole like 200 people, he killed 200 people, he was injured or whatever, and then he was on the deathbed basically, but he still was smoking and stuff. And I was just like, this guy's insane. So then Bobby Deol's entry comes out. The way he comes into the movie, his acting, the way he's smoking, like I'm like, okay, this is very similar. Like he looks like him, like he looks like Ranbir Kapoor. He's acting like him, like smoking and like doesn't care. And I was like, okay, like what's going on? Like obviously we're still kind of like, okay, who is this person, right? Then his scene comes out, and then the whole thing about like he got a Ranbir Kapoor was waiting for like a heart transplant, which he got. And then after, this guy's like falls in love with another woman and he's cheating on his wife, which he promised that he would never do. And I'm just like, this guy has gone mad, like for real, an animal. Like, how can he do that? He promised his wife that he'll never ever cheat on her. And then we find out later that that girl Zoya was actually part of the his like enemy crew. And then I'm like, okay, this kind of makes sense. So she tells the whole story that, oh, they're trying to create another Vijay who will actually kill everybody, and then that would eventually kill you. And I'm like, this is so cool. Like every time something new happened, I'm just like, this movie's crazy. This movie's crazy. Like insane. Like that was what was going on in my mind. And then we see Bobby Deol and Ranbir Kapoor's face off. But before that, we find out that Bobby Deol is actually his long lost cousin. And I was like, this is insane. So it was like in their company, it was like the grandfather's brother who wanted to be part of it or wanted the benefits or whatever, but he left and then he changed religions and he lives in London or Scotland, I think it was. And now his son's like absolutely hate Balbir Singh, which was Ranwijay, which is Ranbir Kapoor's dad. So that's why they're trying to kill him. And I'm like, okay, this makes a lot more sense. And like, I understand now why Bobby Deol and Ranbir Kapoor look so similar. And the whole like beard style, the cigarettes, the hair and everything. And then comes the face-off scene. And I'm just like, okay. I was literally hoping and praying, you guys, that I hope they don't kill each other and they actually like resolve the whole issue, because then it'll be like a happy ending. But what do we see? They're fighting like crazy, like literally fighting like animals. Ranbir Kapoor is on top of Bobby Deol or whatever, and like it looks like he was gonna kill Vijay, like Abrar was gonna kill Vijay, and then the scene which I couldn't even watch, like that was, I was like, why is this in this movie? Like I don't get it. It's a family movie, and I get why people are like, hey, don't go watch it with your family, because a lot of like intimate scenes and then a lot of violence. Like kids, I do not recommend. He takes a knife and he literally slits his throat and like keeps going and going and going, and you see like blood everywhere, and I'm just like, I cannot watch this. Like it's actually crazy. Anyways, that happens. I'm like, hey, why would you do that? Like this just, like obviously it's not gonna solve the problem. It's going to make it bigger, but hey, he had to do it. Like they had to do it because part two is coming out, which I get now. But anyways, that was kind of crazy. That I did not expect. And then the one part which I forgot to talk about was like how his bodyguards or his like cousins came and helped him. It was like because they were trying to find his dad's killer, so he went back to his band and like requested his like daddy or whatever, like, or his like cousin daddy or whatever, and it was like, I need my cousin's help, and like that's how they helped. So like that was a really nice scene where they showed that family helping each other and stuff like that. So that was really cool. But anyways, at the end, we see that two of his cousins get caught by Abrar's younger brother, who is cloned as Ranbir Kapoor. And I'm like, this is going to be crazy. He kills them like crazy. He has a knife and he's just like, and I'm just like, why is, I couldn't watch it. I was like, this is insane, like inhumane. Like, I know why this is called Animal, why this movie is titled that. So that was like the spoiler for part two, I guess. But overall, you guys, if I had to rate the movie, I actually read somewhere that the director, Sandeep Banga Reddy, I'm sorry if I'm saying his name wrong, but he said once that like, I'll show you what an actual action movie is like. And he actually did, because that was absolutely insane. But I will give it that for sure, that like the plot, all the surprises and the story and the acting was absolutely insane. And I love the people he casted for this role, because they did like, they played the part really, really, really well. They absolutely killed it. And I loved Ranbir Kapoor and Robbie Deol's look, because like it kind of showed like that aggression and that violence and the animal inside them, which was pretty cool. Overall, if I had to rate the movie, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, just because the violence was too much, which I get from the movie perspective, but I was just like, some of the scenes, I'm just like, it's like, you know, like too much. Overall, again, love the movie, guys. If I were to watch it again, I definitely would go watch it, because it wasn't like your typical Bollywood movies. It was very, very, very different. So if you haven't watched the movie yet, you need to go watch it. And if you have watched it already, let me know in the comments down below what was your favorite part, what part you were like, okay, I did not expect this and I cannot believe this happened, or like what was your thing, like your favorite thing kind of thing. I don't know what I just said, but anyways, that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the movie review. I'm gonna start doing more of these, and let me know in the comments down below what else you guys would like to watch. But other than that, subscribe to my channel and follow me on my socials for more updates. But until then, it's your girl AP, and I'll see you guys next time.